السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أخواني وأخواتي، أسعد الله أوقاتكم بكل خير، ووفقني الله وإياكم لما يحبه ويرضاه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. انطلاقة جديدة من انطلاقة الريو انجليش كورس، وما زلنا مواصلين في ليفل 2 communication ليفل 2 اللي هو المستوى المتوسط. واليوم نقول بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لمحاضرة جديدة من محاضرات الليفل 2 المستوى المتوسط. طيب نقول بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we spoken about discussion skill. We will speak about discussion skills. Discussion skills. What is the meaning of discussion? Discussion skills. Discussion skills means when you want to speak with someone, what can you will do? When you spoke with one, what can you will do? When you need to make discussions, or when you want to speak or to open a topic with someone, what can you will do? Okay, is it clear? Okay, let us to see the art, or let us to see the skills. First thing they say to you, when you want clarification, when you want clarification, when you want clarification. Clarification means one. Clarification means introducing, or also means presenting. If in the discussion something is not clear, okay, if you discuss in something and this something is not clear to you, or is not introducing enough to you, you can say what you can say, we will see. Okay, but before we enter to the next part, let's take great examples. If we spoke about education, okay, the topic is about education, and when they spoke about education, there was unclear point in education they spoken about. For example, finances of schools, or the price of the schools. The price, or this point exactly, price of schools is not clear to you, and you want to make this point is clear to you and you can understand it. What can you will say? Okay, let us to see. You can say, I have a question. I have a question. I have a question. Okay, when they spoke about education and the point of finances, or the point of money paid to school is not clear to you, you can say, sorry, I have a question. I have a question in this point. What you mean by finances of schools, or the pay, or the money, or the price of schools? Okay, you can say, I have a question, to be understood with them. What do you mean by? What do you mean by? What do you mean by? Also, you can ask, what do you mean by? It's the same like the previous example. When they spoken about educations, and the point, one of the point of education is not clear to you, or you can't understand it, you can say, what do you mean by? And you mention the point which is not clear to you. Okay, Next, so you are saying, so you are saying, so you are saying, okay, in the same examples about educations, and this point is not clear to you, also you can say, so, so you are saying, and you mention the point, you are saying the money that paid to school, it's expensive, okay, like this. Next, I wonder if, I wonder if, I wonder if, also, okay, also you can say I wonder if, or I understand, or I ask if, I ask if, or I wondered if. For example, I wondered if the price, I wonder that the price is expensive. I wondered price is expensive in education. I ask if the price is expensive to education. Okay, like this. Next, you means, you means, you means than, you means, and when you say complete your saying, finish by is that right? Is that right? For example, you means the price that pay to school expensive. Is it right? Is it right? The money that pay to school is expensive. Is it right? Is it right? You saying the price of schools is expensive. Is it right? Is it right? Okay. Next, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Okay. Uh, Let us to return to the example when they spoken about the finances or the money of schools or the price of schools, and there is something ununderstanding or ununderstandable to you. You can say, "What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say in this point?" And you mention the point. What are you trying to say in this point, which is spoken about finances of schools? What are you trying to say? Okay, or what you are seek to say it. What are you seek to say it? Seek also means try or attempt. What are you attempt to say? We will find the new means in the end. Okay, bismillah. Also you can ask, what what is your opinion? What is your opinion? What is your opinion? Okay, when they spoken about the school finances, you can ask, what is your opinion in this point? What is your opinion in school finances? What is your opinion in educations? Like this. Let us to complete. Okay. Next paragraph, they say to you to add information and make connection. Say to add information and make connection. Say to add informations and make connection. Say. Okay. That means if you need to add information, if you need to add a data, if you need to add a data or information and connect the saying of the topic, what can you will say? For example, spoken about money, spoken about school finances or school cost. You can say, if you have information you need to add it to this topic, school price, and you continue the saying, what can you will say? Okay, let us to complete and know how can I add informations and complete saying. First thing, I would like to add. I would like to add. I would like to add. I would like to add, or I would like to supplement. I would like to supplement. Add or supplement, same means. For example, the same topic, school cash or school price. You can say, I would like to add that this finances or this cash or this price, the school use it to to rebuild it and develop it and make schools more comfort to the student. Okay, also you can say, I would like to add that this money which is paid, the school use it in school itself to generate all the develops which the student need. Okay, second, that remind me of, that remind me of, that remind me of. For example, you can say, that remind me, that remind me our that remind me that remind me the other schools also, like these schools have a lot of money, but this money is rebuilt or it used in the schools to develop it more and more. Okay, that remind me, that remind me, or that attention me. Next, that that is related to, that is related to, that is related to. Okay, if in example you can say, uh the school's price is so expensive because that is related to the advance of schools, because that is related to advance of schools, or that related to comfort of schools, or that is related to international schools, or that is related to international studies. Okay, next, another example is another example is another example is okay, for examples, if you speak with someone or in this same topic, let us to say the same topic about school cost or finances of schools, and you have example in your mind, you can say, I have another example, I have another example. Okay, going back to what say, going back to what say, going back to what say, going back to what say. Okay, if one is speaking about points in this same point of the topic of a school's cost, you can say that going back to what said, or going back to what Muhammad said in school finances. Going back to what said Muhammad in point of school's finances. Type next. What said made me think of? What said make me think of? What said made me think of? What said make me said of? Okay, the same examples. You can say what said made me think of? What Muhammad said that made me think of? What Muhammad said made me think of? Is it clear? Okay. Telling what you hear. Telling what you hear. Telling what you hear. If you need to tell someone about something you heard. If you need to tell someone about something you heard. You hear something and you need to recite these things to other one. You hear something and you need to reflect these things to other people. Okay, what you will do, or what word you can use to reflect this something which you hear it. Told me, told me, told me, told me. You can say, dear Muhammad, I remember that Ali told me that this school is new. This school is new. Dear Muhammad, Ali told me. Ali told me. Muhammad told me that. Muhammad told me that. Okay, mention the name or the things which you hear, the information from it, and reflect it by saying, Muhammad told me that the Ministry of Education told that the Ministry of Health says that like this. Okay, said that, told me and say that the same meaning. Muhammad says that or told me the same things. Someone said. It is the same example, but in this point, you not know the name of the person which told that. You ignore the person which told that things which you heard. You ignore it, or you unremember it. You can say, someone says that life is beautiful. Someone says that life is beautiful. Okay, to show you agree. To show you agree. To show you agree. That means if someone says something and these things you agree with him, what can you say? That is good point. That is good point. That is good point. That means this point is good. That this point is good. That's good point. Also, you can say, I completely agree. I completely agree. I completely agree. I completely agree. Absolutely. 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 That means I agree. Absolutely, I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. As matter of a fact, as matter of fact, as matter of fact. As matter of fact, that means you agree. To disagree, to disagree, to disagree politely, to disagree politely. Okay, if you not agree, if you not agree, you are not agreeing by this idea. What can you will say by polite way? Polite means respect. You are not agree, but you reflect your disagreeing by respect way. By respect way. You can say, actually I sings. Actually I sings. Actually I sings. Dear Muhammad, actually I sings. The school price is very expensive. For example, if Muhammad says that this price is not expensive. Okay, it's not expensive. It's cheap. It's cheap. You can say, dear Muhammad, really actually I think the money is so high. Okay, now you showing you are disagree by this point by respecting or politing way. That is good point, but that is good point, but that is good point, but also this polite way. More respect. You are not agree, but you reflect by disagreeing by beautiful way. That's good point. But Muhammad, your point is good point. It's good point. You see, this money is expensive. It's not expensive. You see it's cheap, not expensive. You say, Muhammad, that is that is a good point. That means I respect your point. It is expensive. It is cheap, but I see it. It is very very expensive. Okay. Next, that interesting, but I think that is interesting, but I think that is interesting, but I think also this like the previous example is interesting, like that is good point, but this is the same example. That interesting, but I think that is interesting, but I think. Okay, next, there is some truth to what you say. There is some truth to what you are saying, but there is some truth to what you are saying. What? Also, like the previous example, but by other way. There is some truth to what you are saying, but. Okay, next. You are right, but you are right up to a point. You are right up to a point. You are right up to a point. Also, like those point, like those examples which you mentioned, but by other way. You are right up to a point. That means you are right something, but something is not right. You are right in something, but something is not right. You are right up to a point. You are right. That means you are right until this point. But after this point, you are not right. I am not agree with you. I'm not agreeing. I'm disagreeing. In the next in the late point which you mentioned, Muhammad. Really, Muhammad, I respect your speaking about and about the cost of schools. When you say it's cheap, you are right up to a point, but I think it's expensive because no not everyone have ability to get this money and presenting his child to get these schools. Okay. Okay, next. What you want help or want other to talk? When you want help or want other to talk? When you want help or want other to talk. That means if you need to help, what can you say? Or what other to talk? Or you need someone to speak. You need someone to speak. What can you say? If you need to help, what can you will do? Or what can you will say? And if you need other one to speak, what can you will say? Can you help me explain? Can you help explain? Can you help explain? That means this point is not clear. It needs explaining. Can you help explaining, or can you help clearing, or can you help demonstrate it or explain it? All is true. Okay. Next, this interesting. Tell us more. That is interesting. Tell us more. That is interesting. Tell us more. You see? For example, Muhammad is big in good things. You say to him, that is interesting. Tell us more. Please, Muhammad. You are right. It is very advantage knowledge and advantage data. You get it. Please, Muhammad, tell us more. Please, Muhammad, tell us more. We need more things, more information. Please tell us. Continue your speaking. That interesting tell. That is interesting. Tell us more. That is interesting. Tell us more. Okay, next. Can anyone give an example? Can anyone give an example? Can anyone give an example? Also. Okay. Last. Can someone think of any example? Can someone think of an example? Can someone think of an example? Can someone think of an example? Okay. How to interrupt politely. How to interrupt politely. How to interrupt politely. That means if someone is speaking in things and you need to cut his saying, you need to cross his saying or to interrupt his saying, what can you will say? Okay, I am sorry, but okay, if Muhammad is speaking and he is continuously speaking and there was point is not clear to you and you need to cut Muhammad's speech, you can say, I am sorry, Muhammad, but this point is not clear to me. That means you cut Muhammad speaking, but by polite way, by respect way. Next, can I add something? Can I add something? Can I add something? Can I add something? The same example, Muhammad is speaking, but you have another point in your mind, or you understanding other point. You can say to Muhammad, can I add something? Please, Muhammad, can I add something to your speech? Can I add something to your talk? Okay, next. Sorry to interrupt, but. Sorry to interrupt, but. Sorry to interrupt, but. Sorry to interrupt, but. Muhammad continue speaking and you need to cut it. You can say, sorry Muhammad to interrupt, but this point is not by your thinking tallest, or this point is not by your clarifying more, or this point, please Muhammad, this point is not clear more. Sorry to interrupt Muhammad, but this point is not clear more. Can you explain it? Can you clear it? Can you make it appear more? Or can you make it clear? Okay. Meaning of word. Clarification. Clarifications means introducing. Also means presenting. Try means seek. Also means attempt. Add means also supplement. Actually means fact. Also mean really mean also indeed. Explain means demonstrate. Before demonstrate mean clear. Sorry, we are writing more. We are writing wrong in spelling. It is CL, not CK. CL, clear. CLEAR, clear, not K. K wrong. Okay, please write it right. Explains means clear. Also mean demonstrate. Interesting means pleasure. Pleasant. Also means nice. Also means good. Also means enjoyable. Interrupt means crossing. Also means cutting. Also means intersection. Okay, finally we have English club. Okay, our English club is speaking about your daily activity. And changing your routine in weekend. And Alhamdulillah, we end this lecture. I hope all of you get more understanding and become enough in understanding the word. Inshallah, we will meet in next lecture. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.